I've been banned. Banned from expressing an opinion, banned from interacting, banned from challenging the status quo, and all from an organization that says that it's powered by fans. But yet a fan gives an opinion that they disagree with. He's relatively polite, doesn't curse, doesn't call anybody a pejorative, and you get banned. This is their claim of being powered and fan led. Absolutely horrendous. Now, for me, the most controversial thing that I've said today is Jesus Christ. This is desperate. And that was in response to the Jason Cundy video that we have all seen that's come out in the last day or so. We've all seen it. We all know what was said by him. He's kind of come out and he's dug into Arteta for playing the young lad, for giving him an opportunity, to letting him have a chance to go on and play. And like I say, the most ironic part, and if you forward this video to the end, is this. Right at the end, look what comes up on the screen at the end of the clip. This is the funniest bit of all of this for me. Powered by fans. Powered by fans. And listen, as I've said, there's a lot of people at TalkSport that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. So I'm a big advocate of Laura Woods. I'm actually someone that quite likes Adrian Durham. There's a number of people that appear on the show. I've got friends that have shows on TalkSport. So I don't have an issue with the organization. That'd be weird. But to be banned for expressing a very lukewarm opinion is crazy to me. But I have a theory. And just to let everyone know what it is that I said, this was all I actually said today. Let's take a little look. But where was the outrage when Harvey Elliott was given his opportunity? Where was the outrage? I don't remember seeing any. What about Matthew Briggs? I don't remember this kind of attention. Izzy Brown, Aaron Lennon, all these individuals, Jack Wilshere. When Reece Oxford made his start at 16 years of age and absolutely bossed Arsenal at the Emirates, it was lauded. It was praised. It was seen and looked at as, one of the best moments in Premier League history. Oh my God, a young up-and-coming starlet given his debut. I believe that was the opening day of the season. If not, it was very close to the beginning of the season. At the Emirates, he bossed and pocketed Ozil, and it was like, wow, that was sensational. I remember the vitriol when Angel Gomez made his first appearance for Man United. He was the first debutant to be born after the treble success in '99. It was celebrated. When Jack Wilshere made his debut all those years ago, 16 years old he was. Wow, what a star, what a player we've got. And I'm just going to round this off by saying one thing. This is just bitterness and jealousy towards Arsenal Football Club. And I stand by what I said in that video. It's kind of weird looking at yourself talking there. But I stand by what I said, because for me, I think that Cundy's jealous that a team that he's been beating up on, because Arsenal have been poor for a long time, that's sailed its ship. That's gone. That's finished. That isn't going to happen again. And I think what's frustrating for me is we've seen people on TalkSport in the past attack fan channels, for being clickbait, for being hyperbolic, for being over the top. And there's so much irony in that, because TalkSport have gone to another level over the past 2 years across social media. They are now one of the biggest powerhouses on YouTube. And they have a lot of presenters, a lot of pundits who have very outlandish opinions. Every day you will see at least one opinion trending online for what the majority of football Twitter considers to be a bad take. And I think it's disgusting if anybody goes out and attacks these individuals personally, is nasty, calls them horrible names, abuses them, wishes ill upon them. That's abhorrent, and there's no place for that. At the same time, there is a part of me that just sits here and thinks, well, look, you guys have copied the model of content creators. And how do I know this? I've had conversations with Sky and many other, traditional broadcasters at the Football Content Awards. And they all say the same thing. We saw what fan channels were doing and we've copied it. The one thing that's frustrating, and this is how I know they're becoming more like content creators than mainstream media broadcasters, is they can't take the challenge from people from outside their circles. So if I was someone that was really good friends with one of their presenters, or was on the show from time to time, and I challenged in the way that I did, it would, there'd be a to and fro, there'd be interaction, they'd probably get you on their show, and they'd make more content out of it. The way they look at this, as far as I'm concerned, is look at this little upstart, thinking that he's going to grow off of us. That'll be what it is. They'll consider it to be clout chasing. He is going to try and grow off us. He comments on our videos. People are liking what he's saying more than what we are. He's growing the followers off of it. He could become bigger. Let's just block him to stop him from being able to grow off the back of us. The modern day phrase is clout chasing. Well, for me, I understand blocking individuals that are nasty to you, that don't show you any respect. But there's many of their videos where I've agreed with opinions. In the last month alone, I've agreed with things that, strangely, I've agreed with one thing that, forget his name now, O'Hara said, Jamie O'Hara. A couple of things that I've seen clips on there from Adrian Durham. I've agreed with many things of Laura Woods on a consistent basis. Simon Jordan, I'm like 50-50, but I'm always respectful. I'll challenge, but I'm always respectful. And for me, it's really disappointing to see these powerhouse conglomerates come into the content creating space, and instead of helping the industry grow, they're doing what some of the other big content creators do, and they shoebox themselves away from it. Or we've got our piece of the pie. We're not going to try and grow the overall thing. We're going to keep it to ourselves and our friends. And it's frustrating and it's embarrassing to see, because I don't comment on people's videos to clout chase. I comment because we're all part of the social media world. We're all part of the football community. We're all part of the content creating circles. And some of those circles overlap with one another. And I'm just interacting. I'm just reacting to what it is that you have said and done, in the same way that TalkSport reacts to what people in the industry and other journalists say and do. They had many conversations on their show about Richard Keys' his crazy opinion that you shouldn't celebrate. Some of the TalkSport presenters agreed with it. Some of them disagreed with it. But now you're stopping someone like me or trying to stop somebody like me from being able to interact with you for doing nothing wrong. I just think it's wrong, and I don't expect anyone to come out in the way that I did when I was defending other content creators that TalkSport went after, or TalkSport blocks, or anything along those lines. It's just embarrassing. It's truly embarrassing for a company your size to feel threatened by the opinion of someone like myself. And you know that I'm right. You know that the likes of Danny Mills, the likes of Jason Cundy, having a pop at Arsenal over giving a 15-year-old his debut is a ridiculous opinion. You will know it's a ridiculous opinion. So instead of having a conversation with someone like me, let's get Terry on. Let's have a chat. Let's see what he's got to say. Let's create a little bit of content together. No, let's just block him. And by the way, if you never asked me onto your channel, I'd not cry about it. I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't boo-hoo. Got my own things going on. But it's the way you block. It's cowardly. It's childish. And I just think you should be really embarrassed of yourselves. In terms of what I said, I stand by it, and I will double down. In the video that I made today, what I said about Graham Souness, I stand by. I think this whole, he's not English, he doesn't understand our game, like this overarching comment needs to go. Of course, it's a fair point to say a manager who is played and or managed in England in the past has potential to be is less risky than a manager that's never come to our shores before. But the irony in what Graham Souness said is, well, he knows nothing about our game. He almost to suggest it's a big risk and it isn't going to be successful. Just an overarching opinion like that, I think, is wrong, considering no English manager has won the Premier League, but 4 Italians have won it. I think it's a crazy thing to come out and say. I stand by what I said about Jason Cundy. I think he is clutching at straws, trying to have a pop at Arsenal because they're doing so well and he's got nothing else to focus on. When really today, he should be focusing on his own football club after one of its commercial directors just got sacked after a month for sexual harassment. I can't wait to see his viral video on that later on today. And when it comes to Danny Mills, look, Danny Mills is what he is. He was an average defender and he's an average pundit. Never has anybody come on to challenge him. Like the majority of the ex-pros they have on TalkSport, no one of any real clout, any real strong, solid opinions with evidence behind them comes on to challenge them. I've seen the way they spoke about Arsenal for many, many years with no challenge. I've seen the way just this year they speak about the Glazer out movement like it's Pointless. Why are United fans doing it? Spoilt little brats. And they have no one on from the Man United community to stand there or sit there or phone in that gives them fact after fact after facts, really pushing it down. And if they do, they're not really sharing those clips, are they, to go viral? So, yeah, I am a little bit annoyed that they continue to push a certain narrative without allowing different voices to come on and challenge them. Why do I care so much about that? Well, that's what I do. That's what the football terrace has always been about. No matter who you are, with one follower or a million followers, you know, you've got a place here. You can phone in to our call-in show. You can come on. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. So it's embarrassing from them, but I stand by what I say. You can block me all you want. I've actually got other Twitter accounts. I'm just going to follow you on there and screen grab the videos. So I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'll agree with some. I'll disagree with others. But yeah, it's been a madness from you today, TalkSport. Terrible opinions from some of your people today. And then out here blocking fans. Did you say powered by fans, you said? Powered by fans, you say? That's your message. Powered by fans. Powered by fans. No, you block fans who challenge you. That for me is just a little bit embarrassing. Speak to you all soon. Bye bye.